Hey Manzel!
Yeah? Is it time for tech news? Forget about it. Almost there. As promised, NVIDIA published their GTC keynote yesterday, announcing the first GPU built on the Ampere architecture. But instead of one big video, they published it conveniently separated into 9 different parts, signifying the number of people who understand every word of the data center jargon that made up the majority of the presentation. Did you watch it?
That's a lot of parts!
The star of the show was, of course, the DGX A100, NVIDIA's latest data center machine, composed of 8 A100 GPUs and 2 64-core Epyc CPUs from AMD, a departure from NVIDIA's previous DGX systems, which used Intel Xeons. But that makes sense, because they're better. Now, while this is the first example of an Ampere-powered GPU we're seeing, it doesn't look like it can really tell us a ton about any potential Ampere gaming cards we may or may not be seeing in the future. But if you just can't wait, you could put in an order for a $200,000 DGX A100 and try to run Crisis on it or something. Good luck. Shout out to LAwLz on the forum for finding this next story. Zerodium, a security company that collects software exploits and pays the researchers who find them, has stopped accepting submissions for iOS vulnerabilities for the next 2 or 3 months. That's because so many people are finding and submitting exploits that it's presumably inefficient to collect anymore. Zerodium CEO put it in plain English: iOS security is with a ton of vulnerabilities that potentially allow hackers to execute remote code on iPhones and iPads. His takeaway? Let's hope iOS 14 will be better. Jeez. Time to switch to Android. I hear they don't get viruses. And the OnePlus 8 Pro's camera is so good that it can use X-ray vision. And I'm only half joking. The phone's camera array includes infrared sensors that can be activated using the camera app's Photochrom filter. This allows a user to see through some materials, particularly certain types of plastic commonly found on electronics and even some clothing.
Yes.
As pointed out by Unbox Therapy. Settle down, James. So that basically confirms it. If you've got a OnePlus phone, I'm sorry, you're a pervert. Look, I didn't make the rules for which parts of the electromagnetic spectrum human eyes can pick up on, okay? Maybe try switching to iPhone. Or wait, no! Now it's time for the Quick Bits, brought to you by Private Internet Access VPN, which lets you mask your IP and encrypt your traffic. PIA offers over 3,300 servers in 30 countries with no bandwidth caps. It has configurable encryption levels and a kill switch to keep you in control, and when combined with private browsing, it can make websites think you're in a different country. You can practice your acting and pretend you're British. You can connect up to 5 devices at once, whether they be Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, or Linux, and PIA's Mace feature blocks malware and tracking domains. So try it at the link below with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Facebook is gonna acquire Giphy, the popular GIF sharing company, for $400 million. Did you notice something there? I'm saying Giphy because the CEO said that's how you say it.
She says Giphy?
And I'm saying GIF because that's how the GIFs creator said that you say it.
So you're...
It's called respect.
He's richer than you, you're wrong.
That's right. Regardless, now you'll be able to respect Facebook moms a bit more when they actually embed a GIF properly instead of posting a link. It really annoys James. He just told me that. How many Facebook moms do you talk to?
Well, my wife.
In other acquisition news, Apple has bought NextVR. Rumors have flown the past year about Apple developing some kind of VR headset, but NextVR specializes in VR broadcasting, so it seems like the company's ambitions may go beyond a lame addition to Apple Arcade. Maybe you'll be able to virtually stand on stage at the WWDCs of the future and virtually tickle Tim Apple's ear. That's what I've wanted to do ever since I saw him. Speaking of VR, Oculus has updated the Quest with Oculus Link support for the USB 2.0 Type-C cable that comes with the headset. So, I guess you don't need the $80 Oculus Link cable the company sells, and that a bunch of people bought already? I guess they didn't buy anything so much as they just paid the early adopter tax, which is now making it easier for the rest of us. Thanks, rich VR nerds! Doom Eternal's new update adds some cool game content, but it also brings along a new version of de nouveaux Anticheat that includes a kernel-level driver, similar to the notoriously hated software used by Valorant.
Everyone's doing it, baby.
It's if they all jump off a bridge, you know?
Kernels are popping.
Ooh. But developer id Software says that their anti-cheat launches and closes along with the game, which I'm sure means everyone will be fine with it. And hey, looking to expand your vocabulary of words that don't exist? Well, that's a good one.
Yes.
Well, go to thisworddoesnotexist.com.
Link.
I love that one even more. It's a website that offers up AI-generated nonsense words that maybe sound like they could be real, along with a similarly fictitious definition.
Gungle from.
You're on a roll. I mean, I finally learned that an antonym was each of the 4 interlaced obsequies. I always wanted to know that.
No, that one doesn't sound realistic.
And I've also wanted to end this episode when it's over. And now it is. Come back on Monday for more tech news.
And I'll show you my skin leading.
See, yeah, I have some too. We'll show you our skin lead.